not sure if this actually fits here. Whoops. I really thought it would fit here on the workbench. This camping table is just not stable enough. It will be very heavy. Well, I guess it kind of fits here. Well, anyway guys, welcome back to the Off-Grid Garage here. It is a super late night show. It is almost 9:40 p.m. Saturday night. Needs to be done. I want to build this battery. I'm really excited to build the first Mason battery with the supplied 135 ampere hour batteries and see how this all works together as a kit. And also I'm keen to to test this BMS. You know, this is what people wanted me to do for over a year. Please, Andy, buy a SEPLOS BMS and test it for us, because these can communicate with all kind of inverters, and they really can. I think you can choose this in the software which kind of inverter you have, and the BMS then communicates with your inverter and does something with it. I don't know what they are talking about, but apparently it's a thing that the BMS needs to talk to the inverter. I don't know why, but maybe we find out. Okay, let's get started. There it is. Okay, so here we have the plank steel case again, the chassis. This is all welded together here with these profiles. So it is very, very sturdy. It's a steel container basically where your batteries are in. So it is sometimes a bit rough from what I can see here. But well, it is inside the case, you know. From the outside it is perfect. So it doesn't really matter how this looks like here. And here, these single steps in the installation guide, they actually provide you with information what kind of material you need and also what kind of tools you need. So here, for example, we need a 14mm torque wrench and one knife. See, these wider ones, they come in the bottom, and these smaller ones, they are for the side insulation. Come on, shit. Ah, there we go. Just for the record, we have started 9:45 with the installation. Hey, that is an absolute must. And first of all, I thought this is part of the packaging inside, so the actual bags with all the screws are not rattling around, but this is actually another sticky tape layer for the lid. We stick this one into the lid. So, and this gives us another protection layer against the metal here. Ah, there's some clear PVC. So I'm cutting off this excess material here. And then we need to cut out these holes again in the clear PVC. Alright, so this is how it looks like then with a clear plastic in the lid. And this concludes our first part of the installation guide already. And now here comes the really interesting part. We are going to mount the battery cells inside the case now. Yes! Okay, so before we mount these battery cells in the case of the Mason system here, we want to talk about these battery cells for a moment, because in the first video I have told you that the batteries are already 2.5 years old. This is how they came. And of course I have done some capacity testing with these battery cells. I have tested 2 batteries of each of these boxes which they have delivered. This is 1. This is number 2. And number 3. And number 4. They all have the famous yellow sticker on it already. So there's the test date. I've used the EBC A40L. I have tested with 0.2C, which is 27 amps for these batteries. And this one was the weakest here with 129 ampere hours only from 135 they actually should have. This one measured with 131.7 ampere hours, 131.6 ampere hours, and 131.6 ampere hours. So this one is really the outlier at the moment. I haven't tested any of the other cells. Usually if you buy such a kit, you wouldn't test all the batteries individually. Maybe you would, I don't know. But I said, well, this is a do-it-yourself kit. It comes with these battery cells and we just put them in and see what the overall capacity is we are getting out of this battery once it's ready built. I have contacted SEPLOS as well and told them about the QR code and the age of these battery cells. And they wanted me to especially tell here in this video that the degradation we are seeing from these capacity tests is purely because of the age of the cells. Well, this is the response I got from them, so I passed this on to you, and I guess we keep building this battery, right? Oh shit! So we start with the first, they call it EVA-Tape, EVA-Tape, EVA-Tape. Okay, I call it the sticky foam. So they want to start with one sticky foam here at the back. And another one on this side. Ah, damn it, it's not straight. You're not going to tell anyone. And now we have to have a look on the back side of the installation guide here, because this is the layout of the batteries. And it is exactly like this. So A1 is down here and B15 or B16 is over here. So we go this way, but we have to start at the back of the case, of course. And before we actually do all this, I just want to see how much space we have at the front. So I'm not really paying attention to anything. 4, 5, 6, 8. And of course there is one of these sticky foams here going in between each pair of cells. Yeah, so we stick these ones onto the batteries. And I just want to see how far we actually come. And this is how far they stick out at the moment. And we have to go another sticky foam here, plus one of these epoxy sheets on this side, and then we have to squeeze them in. So this will be, no, it's all right. It's not too bad. Because of these sticky foam inside, it is really nice and compressed, but not super compressed, you know. I would call this a nice fixture. That should be totally fine. Okay, there's no problem at all. We can just go ahead with that. So the last one in this row here, positive points to the middle. Yeah, and here as well, positive is black. Why would you, if you produce batteries, why would you use black as positive? What is the reason behind that? Can anyone tell me? Okay, and then we take one of the cells and put the sticky foam on the battery. That's it. We don't need it on this side because there's one on the back here already. And this will be our first cell. Well, it's not the first, it's actually cell number 8 here. But this is the first cell you have to mount. Yeah, and then you can just keep going here. So positive is on the right hand side, then positive is on the left hand, right, left, and so on. And you should have the same layout eventually as here on the diagram. So this should be fairly easy to do, right? By the way, none of these cells had actually any damage or something, any scratches or any other form of where we could see they are used or something. No condensation here. The QR code seems to be legit. They have welded on these terminals here, the studded terminals. So they are really in a good shape, I would say. Look like brand new A-grade batteries. Yeah, we can, we could have another discussion about A-grade and B-grade batteries, but we won't, because this is what they have delivered and this is what we are putting in this case, and this is what we are going to use. And it looks good. I like it. Ah, yeah, and these batteries here, and these batteries are 100% super flat. There's no bulging, nothing. They are not pregnant at all. They are super flat and straight. And yeah, it is exactly the same as we have here. So eventually we will have our main negative here, main positive over there. This is exactly what we have here on the diagram as well. And there will be a connection bridge between the left side and the right side here at the end, from this positive there, from this positive to this negative here. There's actually one left. Have I missed one, or is this a spare? I don't know. So we now take our front panel and try to and this will mild compress our battery cells. See, this is the gap. This is around 8 millimeters uncompressed space. I need to get these ones here in between as well. I want the epoxy to stick on the metal end plate, but I need to find the right height for the screws as well. Okay, now these screws are a bit short. Oh yeah, all right. So there are the front panel here. There are 3, 6, 9 holes here to push this plate against the batteries and squish this sticky foam together in between the cells and do a bit of compressing on these cells here. Pretty good system, actually. It's not bad. I'm an idiot. There are 9 longer screws for exactly this purpose in the box. I used the wrong screws. These ones are far too short. Oh yeah, they are bombenfest, but not super tight. I can still squeeze them together here. This EVA-Tape is actually a very good idea because it's an insulation material, it's a rubber material in between the cells, and it gives you a bit of compression as well. I like this idea. Okay, I think this concludes our step number 2 here, installing the battery cells. Just for the record, it is 10 past 11. And the next step involves our PCBs here. And there is some more sticky foam stuff going here on this metal bracket. Just like this. Just underneath here. There we go. That is the moment. So, and now we have to follow this diagram again and place the bus bars wherever a line is between the positive and the negative to connect two batteries together. And because we are now dealing with the batteries and bus bars and higher voltages and everything, don't forget your safety glasses, really. There's one longer one between here. We leave this one away for the moment. And we keep here, this corner. Okay, then we have a bag of flange nuts. Not sure if these are actually... Yeah, they're stainless steel ones. So, and we are now going to mount our PCBs. They're called PCB wire connectors. So these are the PCB wire connectors. And I've got 2 screws here at the front and 2 at the back. And this secures the whole bracket. And the foam is actually because... No, they are not... Yeah, they are actually. Have a look. They are actually touching the cells. See, there's the foam underneath. And they are actually touching the cells. And these cutouts are here for the safety valves of the cells. And we are not covering the valves here at all. Looks like they really put some thought in this, right? And now it is only a matter of dropping these short cables here from the PCB onto the right terminal contacts of your battery. So this is the most negative. This is our A0. And then we've got A1 for our positive first battery, A2 positive second battery, A3 positive third battery, and 4 and 5, 6, 7, and over here number 8. Well, there's the bus bar missing. And then we've got these ones, these little guys here. These are temperature sensors. And they go in the position where it says T, T1, T2, T2, and T1. So we've got 4 temperature sensors here in this battery. And they just go here onto the bus bar and measure the temperature at different areas. Interesting is that these connectors on this side here, they actually connect to the negative of your batteries. So usually the balance cables go to the positive, but because they are connected with the bus bar anyway, it doesn't really matter if they are over here or over there. Of course, there could be a voltage drop across the bus bar, but I mean, this would be so minimal. I think this method is totally fine. See, they connect to the negative terminals and not to the positive. They should be going over here, but they're not. But these ones are. This one is the most positive, and they go to the negative here as well. Yep, these are all the negatives. And we don't want to be too negative here, right? Okay, this is all connected already. I should probably put this bus bar in now. This makes our 24 volt battery to a 48 volt battery now. Yeah, and because these cables are so short, actually you cannot do it wrong. There's no way to connect this one here to any other of these batteries. It fits only this one terminal. So this is very, that is good. I like it. I have to leave these ones off because these are our main positives. Okay, and then we have a whole bunch of flange nuts. Looks like another time lapse. Stating the torque should be between 4 and 5 Newton meters. And because we have welded studs on the terminals, I go with 5 Newton meters in this case. Okay, and this concludes our step number 3, I think, here on the installation guide. Yeah, we need to test the and this is something I saw on the internet, and I thought, well, this looks very clean and nice. This is exactly what I like. And it actually does. Look at this, how clean it is. Very, very good. So I've now connected the balance cables here to the PCBs, and we just do our usual measurement of the voltages here across this connector here and see if this all matches. So negative over here, first cell is 3.2, 6.5, 9.8, 13. Oh, what's going on here? There's something not working. Ah, this is the temperature sensor. That's what they said, temperature sensor, yes. And the next one should be temperature sensor as well, yeah. And then we go 16, 26, perfect. All right, this is all working, nice. So this now concludes our step number 3 here. Time 11:40, that's fine. Just keep going, because I think we are not too far away from actually finishing this whole situation here. Now comes the interesting part with these flexible bus bars. This is like multi-layer copper, very fine layers of copper together. And this is perfectly fine for around 200, 250 amps here. No problem. And you can see here they have put stickers on these bus bars, MC4, 5, 6 and MC7. And this is exactly described here what they are for and where they are going. See there? And we are now start working on the front panel with the BMS and the display. Where was the So obviously this goes in here. Yeah, this is a piece of rubber here for the push buttons. There's also this kind of sticker here which then goes on top of that at the end, and it has the labeling of the buttons here as well. Okay, we also have a fuse holder here and a fuse. I've seen a fuse somewhere. Fuse, it looks like one of these MIDI fuses, but it actually says printed on here 58 volts DC. So it is actually a 60 volt rated fuse. And I cannot find the screws for the fuse holder. I'm not sure what all these screws are for here. I think this is all we need for the moment. And now we need to figure out what is going where. I wish they would make this photo a bit larger somewhere. I cannot really read the labeling on these bus bars, but I think it's fairly straightforward because they are banded in a certain way. Okay, so I think from what I can see on this mini drawing here, we have... Look at these rockets. And the front plate over there goes in between these two plastic washers. And there's a little plastic pin which goes in one of these. So if I put them through here, then this plastic washer, one washer, our bus bar, second washer. I think this is not right. This is not right. Hang on. Let me... Yeah, there's one nut going first. And this one secures the terminal with the front panel here. Okay, so, and then we have one washer, bus bar, washer, nut. Come on. Okay, let's do it the other way around. And this one goes over here. Okay, yes. Okay, and then we have another one, which is this one here, the MC6. Goes all the way from our P+, one hole, two holes, to our positive terminal. Then we have this one, MC5, a straight bus bar with 3 holes. Goes onto here. Connects our B+ from the BMS with our fuse. This does not quite fit here. Oh, it's a bit tight. Guess it's alright. So, and then we've got only 2 bus bars left, and these are the connections from our front panel here to the actual battery positive, negative, positive, negative. Interesting shape. Okay, so all bus bars connected. The battery cover does not fit with the bus bars. Well, you actually don't need it, but I will cut it out with a knife here so it actually fits on top of these bus bars. It may even say this here. I haven't read the text. So we've got our negative terminal from the outside world here, and the positive is over there. And what we can see here is very interesting. The negative goes through the shunt directly to the terminal, but the positive goes through a fuse and through all the MOSFETs. Yeah, so the positive is actually switched here, not the negative as usually with all the other BMSs. In all other BMSs, the positive bypasses the BMS altogether. See, JK BMS positive goes directly to the bus bar, and only the negative is switched and measured. While here we have the negative measured and the positive switched in one BMS. I've never seen such a design before. So, and one of the last steps will be to measure our overall pack voltage here to here, and we have 52.5 volts. Perfect. There, 52.5 volts. Oh, how funny is that? You can actually read it from both sides. So the LCD screen will be connected with this wire from here all the way over there. Here, over there. Yeah. So that's how it is. Okay, nice. These two. So one is black. So one of them is black, goes to the black terminal. Yeah, there's only one direction. Click. And the other one is white, goes to the blue connection. Okay, so the order is B minus first, then the BMS wire A, BMS wire B, and B plus connected. Okay, in this order, it says, in this order. Okay, so B negative first. This is this one here. All right. Now let's connect this one first. And I have this one somewhere else down here. Is that a good idea? Don't want to... Yeah, okay. nothing happens. Okay, obviously this goes first, then this one here, and we have a flange nut again, 5 Newton meters. Okay, perfect. This is our B minus. Okay, so then BMS wire A. I don't know which one is A. A, B, yeah, it says it here, A, B. Okay, so this one first. Clicks in. Okay, nothing happens. I've got my goggles on, just in case. And then the BMS wire. Come on. Okay, through here. And then this guy here. Okay, nothing happens. Nice. Okay, this is pretty good. So, and then they are saying in the last step, power on the Mason battery pack. The indicator and LCD screen lights on. I think we have to turn it on with a little pin here. And you go into your reset button and push this one. Oh yeah, oh, we've got light, we've got SEPLOS battery system. It is alive. Fantastic. I don't know how to set these ones here correctly, but we will have a look tomorrow. So we are done. Functional battery build. And it looks super nice and clean, right? Okay, stop the timer. 12:30. It is 12:30 a.m. That's totally fine. There was like, when did I start? Can't remember. 10 to 10 or something. 9:40, 9:30. That's 3.5, 4 hours. There was 4 hours, including mucking around with the cameras, which takes half of the time. But now we've got the battery ready built here. That is so cool. Pack voltage, state of charge. How does it know the state of charge? Temperatures. Okay, I don't know how this all works here. We have to have a look tomorrow. Do I hold it? Yeah. Then the lights come on and it turns off. Nice. So I think you can get this build done in about, I would say, 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours safely building this whole battery from scratch until finish, until now. That is pretty good, guys. That is pretty good. Now, honestly, I really enjoyed building this battery here because all the parts were here. Everything fits together. The manual, the installation guide is pretty straightforward. I was a bit concerned about this little picture here about the bus bars, but you know, they only fit in one direction, in one position. Super easy to build. It's a very interesting experience actually to build such a battery pack here with pre-configured parts. I don't need to order anything. I don't need to build any mounts, any brackets or drill anything. Everything is thought through and I really like this design. Oh guys, I would say we call it a night. And we will have a look at the electronics, at the display, at the functionality of this BMS here tomorrow. Do a little bit of charge and discharge test here. And then, of course, we need to fully charge this battery here and do a full capacity test on these cells. And I guess we will see tomorrow. So I would say thank you for watching, guys. Thanks for all your amazing support here on the channel. I really appreciate everything you're doing. And until the next video tomorrow morning, you stay charged, stay safe, have a great night, and thanks again for watching. See you then. Bye-bye. That is so cool. Just put everything together and it works.